Hey YouTube, today I want to make a quick video, so let's jump right into VB. Today I want to explain Visual Basics, what it looks like, and the basic look of it. So let's, let's start off with a new project. Let's go down to Windows Application Name, and we're going to rename it to First Project. And click Enter, and let's just let this load real fast. Alright, so first thing I like to do when I open up a Visual Basics uh, thing or a project, I want to stretch out the entire form. So what you see right here, this little gray area, it's called the form. And second, I like to double tap on it. So what that does is once it loads, alright, this is our code window. To get to your code window, no matter what, basically you got to double tap on any sort of thing on your screen. So second, this is the toolbox. The toolbox is where you find basically anything that you want to put on your form. So your form holds your graphics and your design area, where you want to, what makes everything like, what you want to make it look like, basically. And in the toolbox is where you get all those things. So for our project today, we're going to make it really simple. We're going to make a button, and we're going to make a label. So now go under your button, and let's rename this. Actually, no, just name it button 1. And for label, we're going to make it say Hello World. And we're going to go under the label again and go back up to the font. And under font, just make it like 16 so it's easier to see, at least for me. And yeah. So what we want to do is, for our first project, to keep things basic and simple, I want to make this little Hello World phrase to pop up. So scroll down to under Hello World and go under visible and click false and change the name of it. Actually, no, I'm not going to change the name, but just for reference, everything, god dang it, under this is your name, and let's not get confused with text. Text and name are two completely different things. Text is what shows up on your form, and the name is what you refer to it in the code window. So in the code window, I wouldn't write hello world exclamation point exclamation point exclamation point. You would write label 1. And same thing goes for button 1 or anything else on your screen. Button 1 is the name, but it's usually by default button 1 on your text. So let's go into your form1.vb or this code window, and we're gonna actually go back. Sorry, double click on button. So second thing we got to do now is write a statement. So let's just start off with some basic code. So if button 1 dot enabled equals true, so it's saying if you click the button, then label 1 dot visible equals true. So this says if you click on the button, then the label will pop up. So if you click this button, this will pop up. So to make sure your program runs or works, our next thing we got to do is click Start Debugging or F5. So let's click F5 and give it a second to load. Usually the first time it takes a second or two. And I like to make it full screen. So now if I click the button, Hello World will pop up. And that is our very, very first project that everyone does in Visual Basics or any sort of programming classes. So that was our first project. Now I just want to explain the rest of the interface. This is, right here, the undo, commonly known, or Control Z, and this is redo, and you can just click Control Alt Backspace, I guess, and Control Z with this. If you accidentally X out of your little form thing, like toolbox thing right here, you can just get it back by clicking this toolbox. So, demonstration, X, that, toolbox, and it's right back. And just click back on your form, it'll be there. Yeah, that's a common thing to do. I did that too. Now when you first save your project, most people want to go to Save As, but click Save All. And what that does is it saves your whole entire project. Because when you're making something in Visual Basics, it doesn't have to be in this one little form actually. You can actually have like 5 different forms. So notice how you can go to Save Form as VB. That's why it's not good to do that. You want to save all. So when you click that, later when there's a bunch of like a billions of different forms, then what happens is it saves all of them. So anyways, that was my first little tutorial in Visual Basics, and the next one will be much more in depth, much more. I just want to make this one really quick, really simple and basic, so everyone can kind of follow and kind of start to learn the code. So thanks for watching, guys. More will be coming on the way shortly, actually. So stay tuned.